Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Learning English from Podcast. I'm Laura.
And I'm Mark. How are you doing today, Laura?
I'm doing great, Mark. I'm actually feeling really happy today because I was just thinking about some of my best moments in life.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. That's actually perfect because today we're going to talk about something really special.
Yes, today's topic is how to talk about your best moments in English.
This is such an important topic, everyone. When you meet new people, when you're at a party, or when you're just chatting with friends, people often ask about your happy memories.
Exactly. And if you're learning English, you want to share these beautiful moments, right? But sometimes it's hard to find the right words.
Don't worry. By the end of this podcast, you'll know exactly how to talk about your best moments in English. We'll teach you useful phrases, vocabulary, and even some expressions that native speakers use.
And before we start, please remember to like this episode if you enjoy it.
Yes, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new lesson.
All right, let's get started.
So, Laura, why do you think it's important to talk about our best moments?
Well, Mark, I think talking about happy memories is a great way to connect with people. When you share something positive, people feel good.
That's true. And you know what? In English-speaking countries, people love to ask questions like, what's the best day of your life? Or what's your happiest memory?
Yes, these are common conversation starters. So if you can answer these questions well, you'll make a great impression.
Exactly. Plus, when you talk about happy moments, you usually use past tenses. This is great practice for your English grammar.
Good point. Okay, everyone, let's start with some basic vocabulary. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
First, let's learn some words we use when we talk about our best moments. Mark, can you start?
Sure, here are some important words. Number 1, memorable. This means something you remember because it was special. For example, my wedding day was very memorable.
Great word. Number 2, unforgettable. This is similar to memorable, but even stronger. It means you will never forget it. For example, my graduation day was unforgettable.
Number 3, amazing. This means really, really good. For example, I had an amazing time at the concert.
Number 4, incredible. This also means very good, like amazing. For example, the view from the mountain was incredible.
Number 5, wonderful. This means beautiful and happy. For example, we had a wonderful vacation in Italy.
Let me add a few more. Exciting. This means something that makes you feel very happy and full of energy. For example, my first day at university was so exciting.
And special. This means something is important and different from normal days. For example, my birthday is always a special day for me.
Excellent. Now let's talk about some phrases you can use to start your story.
When someone asks you what's your best moment or what's your happiest memory, you need to start your answer, right?
Right. Here are some useful phrases to begin. Phrase number 1. One of my best moments was when.
For example, one of my best moments was when I got my first job.
Perfect. Phrase number 2. I'll never forget the time when.
For example, I'll never forget the time when I met my best friend.
For example, I'll never forget the time when I met my best friend. Nice. Phrase number 3. The happiest day of my life was when.
For example, the happiest day of my life was when my daughter was born.
Beautiful. Phrase number 4. One moment that I always remember is when.
For example, one moment that I always remember is my high school graduation.
Phrase number 5. A really special time for me was when.
For example, a really special time for me was when I traveled to Japan.
See how easy these are? You just complete the sentence with your own story.
Exactly. Now, everyone, I want you to pause the podcast for a moment and try to think of one of your best moments. Can you start with one of these phrases?
Good idea. Take your time, everyone. We'll wait for you.
Okay, I hope you thought of something nice.
Now, Mark is going to share one of his best moments with us. This will be a great example for you. Are you ready, Mark?
I'm ready. Okay, everyone, listen carefully. I'm going to tell you about one of my best moments. One of my best moments was when I climbed Mount Kilimanjaro in Africa. This happened 5 years ago. I went with my brother and two friends.
Oh, wow. That sounds amazing.
It was. We trained for 6 months before the trip. Every weekend, we went hiking in the mountains near our city. When we finally arrived in Tanzania, I felt so excited. The mountain was huge. We started climbing early in the morning. It was very difficult.
I can imagine. How long did it take?
It took us 5 days to reach the top. The last day was the hardest. We started at midnight because we wanted to see the sunrise from the top. When we reached the summit, I cried. Yes, I actually cried. The view was incredible. I could see the clouds below us. The sun was rising. It was orange and pink and beautiful.
That sounds absolutely unforgettable.
It was. I felt so proud of myself. I felt strong and happy. My brother hugged me and we took lots of photos. That moment, standing on top of Africa's highest mountain, was one of the best moments of my life.
What a wonderful story, Mark. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Now, everyone, did you notice the words I used? I said amazing, incredible, unforgettable. I also used past tense verbs like went, trained, felt, and reached.
Yes, and Mark started with one of my best moments was when. That's one of our phrases.
Exactly. See how it works?
Now it's my turn. I'm going to share one of my best moments too.
I'm excited to hear this, Laura.
Okay, so I'll never forget the time when I performed in my first piano concert. I was 16 years old. I started learning piano when I was 7. For 9 years, I practiced almost every day. Sometimes I wanted to quit, but my parents encouraged me to continue.
That's a long time.
Yes. When I was 16, my teacher told me about a competition for young musicians. She said I should participate. I was so nervous. I didn't think I was good enough. But I decided to try. I practiced one piece of music for 3 months. It was a very difficult piece by Chopin.
Wow, Chopin is not easy.
No, it's not. On the day of the concert, I woke up with butterflies in my stomach. Do you know this expression, everyone? It means I felt very nervous.
That's a great expression to learn.
When I walked onto the stage, I saw about 200 people in the audience. My hands were shaking. I sat down at the piano and took a deep breath. Then I started playing. And you know what? After a few seconds, I forgot about the audience. I forgot about being nervous. I just felt the music.
That must have been an amazing feeling.
It was incredible. When I finished, there was silence for a moment. Then everyone started clapping. They gave me a standing ovation. People stood up and clapped. I felt so happy. I felt like I could fly. My parents were crying in the audience. That moment, hearing all that applause, feeling so proud of myself, that was one of the best moments of my life.
What a beautiful story, Laura. Thank you.
You're welcome. And everyone, did you notice? I used phrases like, I'll never forget the time when, and that moment was one of the best moments of my life.
Yes, and Laura used great descriptive words like nervous, incredible, amazing, and proud.
And I used expressions like butterflies in my stomach to show my feelings.
Speaking of feelings, let's talk about how to describe your emotions during your best moments.
Great idea. When you tell your story, it's important to say how you felt. This makes your story more interesting.
Here are some useful words for feelings. Happy, this is the basic word, right? I felt happy.
Excited. This means very happy with lots of energy. I felt excited.
Proud, this means you feel good about something you did. I felt proud.
Grateful. This means thankful. I felt grateful for that experience.
Joyful, this is like happy, but stronger. I felt joyful.
Moved or touched. These mean you felt strong emotions, maybe almost crying. I was moved by their kindness.
Overwhelmed, this means you felt so many emotions at once. I felt overwhelmed with happiness.
Now, let's learn how to use these words in sentences.
You can say, I felt so happy when I saw my family.
Or I was really excited about the surprise.
Or, it made me feel blank. It made me feel proud of myself.
Or I couldn't believe how blank I felt. I couldn't believe how happy I felt.
Now, let's talk about something important. Details.
Yes, details make your story more interesting. You don't just say, I went to the beach and it was nice. That's boring.
Right. You need to add information about, number 1, the place. Where were you? What did it look like?
Number 2, the people. Who was with you? What did they do or say?
Number 3, the weather. Was it sunny, cold, rainy?
Number 4, the sounds. What did you hear? Music? People laughing?
Number 5, your actions. What exactly did you do?
Let me give you an example. Listen to these 2 versions. Version 1. My best moment was my wedding day. It was beautiful.
That's okay, but not very interesting, right?
Now listen to version 2. One of my best moments was my wedding last summer. We got married in a small church in the countryside. The sun was shining and there were flowers everywhere, white roses and purple lavender. My grandmother played the violin as I walked down the aisle. When I saw my husband's face, he was crying happy tears. We said, I do, and everyone cheered. After the ceremony, we danced under the stars until midnight. I'll never forget how magical that day felt.
See the difference? The second version has details about the place, the people, the weather, the sounds, and the actions.
Exactly. So everyone, when you tell your story, try to add details. It makes your English practice better and your story more memorable.
Before we finish, let's learn some common expressions that native speakers use when talking about best moments.
These will make you sound more natural.
Expression 1. It was a dream come true.
This means something you always wanted happened. For example, getting my book published was a dream come true.
Expression 2. I was on cloud 9.
This means you were extremely happy. When I got the job offer, I was on cloud 9.
Expression 3. It took my breath away.
This means something was so beautiful or amazing that you couldn't even breathe for a second. The sunset took my breath away.
Expression 4. I was over the moon.
This also means very, very happy. When my team won, I was over the moon.
Expression 5. It meant the world to me.
This means something was extremely important to you. Her support meant the world to me.
Expression 6. Time stood still.
This means the moment felt so special that time seemed to stop. When he proposed, time stood still.
These expressions are really useful, everyone. Try to remember at least 2 or 3.
Okay, now it's your turn to practice.
We're going to give you 3 different questions. Try to answer them in your head, or even better, say your answer out loud.
Question 1. What was one of the happiest days of your life? Why was it special?
Think about it. Remember to use our phrases and vocabulary.
Don't forget to add details.
Question 3. What's an unforgettable experience you had? Describe what you saw, heard, and felt.
Great job, everyone. I hope you tried to answer.
Remember, the more you practice speaking, the better your English will become.
Remember, the more you practice speaking, the better your English will become. Tip number 1. Don't worry about being perfect. Your story doesn't need perfect grammar. The most important thing is to communicate your feelings.
Tip number 2, use simple words if you need to. You don't need to use very difficult vocabulary. Simple words can tell a great story too.
Tip number 3, practice your story. If you know you'll need to talk about your best moment, practice at home first. Tell your story to yourself in the mirror.
Tip number 4, show your emotions. Use your voice to show when you felt happy, surprised, or excited. This makes your story more interesting.
Tip number 5, end with a conclusion. Say something like, that's why it was one of my best moments, or I'll always remember that day.
Excellent tips, Laura. Wow, we covered so much today.
We really did. Let's do a quick review. What did we learn today?
We learned useful vocabulary like memorable, unforgettable, amazing, and incredible.
We learned phrases to start our stories like, one of my best moments was when, and I'll never forget the time when.
We learned how to describe our feelings using words like happy, excited, proud, and grateful.
We learned to add details about the place, people, weather, sounds, and actions in our stories.
And we learned some great expressions like, I was on cloud 9, it took my breath away, and it was a dream come true.
That's a lot. Everyone, we hope this episode helps you talk about your best moments in English.
Remember, your happy memories are special. Don't be afraid to share them with people.
Now, before we say goodbye,
If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like. It really helps us.
and if you want to learn more English with us, please subscribe to Learning English from Podcast.
Don't forget to turn on notifications so you know when we post a new episode.
We post new episodes every day.
And please share this episode with your friends who are learning English too.
You can also leave a comment below and tell us about one of your best moments. We'd love to hear your stories.
Yes, practice your English by writing in the comments. We'll try to read and reply to as many as we can.
And if you have suggestions for future topics, please let us know. What do you want to learn next?
Thank you so much for listening, everyone.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep smiling.
Until next time.